Well, hello, hello, hello. Mail call. It's a single package. I feel kind of strange after all these deliveries over the weekend. It's like, what? But I knew this was coming too. I have, I think, one more package or two. I got something from Tonic, and I still have something coming, I believe, from HSN. But anyway, this is my monthly kit from Paper Wizard, my August 2021 kit. It just got here just under the wire. Okay, right under the end of the month. But let's go get this open. This is my monthly PKC, and it was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to check. So I'm getting it, but I'll be darned if I know what I'm getting. It was just one of those. Oh, but it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. See, it sometimes surprises are really totally awesome, huh? That is my shipping. It is beach themed because, of course, it's August. So, I mean, oh my gosh. Okay, let me pull out the instruction sheet. But first, let me figure out how to open this consarn thing. There we go. It's the side. No, it's this way. Oh my lordy, they make it a puzzle. I swear, but oh, I'm excited. You know why I'm really excited, other than because it's the beach theme, and I live in California, so I'm a California girl. I mean, I'm an old California girl, but I'm a California girl nonetheless. I wasn't born here, but I got here when I was 3 months old. That makes me as native as it gets, right? Came here from Florida, from another beach town. So see, the water is in my soul, and I was born in July, so I'm under the sign of Cancer, so that makes me a water baby. So there you go. I just want to show you the instructions so you guys can see what the kit is going to be. There we go. I wanted to focus in a little bit better, but oh my gosh, it's like way cute, like I need to put this together, and it's perfect. It's unbelievable timing because next week Peanut Gallery and I are going to be gone for 4 days. We're going down to the timeshare in Oceanside, and we stay at the timeshare. It's right across the pier, right there at the beach. And it's not like we're going to be out there on the beach or anything, but it's going to be long walks on the beach. Go to our little favorite, seafood shack. Literally, it's what is the shack under the pier. Oh my gosh, but they make the best food. And then down the street, there's our favorite Mexican place. It's just great. And it's just going to be 4 days of relaxing and, and just taking walks. So this is going to be perfect to take pictures of that trip. But so you get an idea, these are all the pieces that come with this kit. They include, let's start with the paper. So it's going to be, here's this, oh, I love this paper. Oh, you know what? And it's just paper. So, I mean, I don't care what kind of paper it is. Oh, I recognize that paper. I'm not going to judge them because I like it. It is really pretty. So it's going to be obviously the background on one side, and then mats. There we go, mats. But we have, and then these two blue sheets are obviously, looking at the picture, are our background pages. So we got that. We have this, which is going to be background-ish. And then we have, well, here's the wood grain. As far as I'm concerned, that's shiplap for anybody that watches any of a zillion home design teams, or those programs on HGTV. Shiplap, that's what it says to me. And then, of course, now we go into all of these amazing laser cut pieces. I'm going to partially bust them out, but I suspect that I think I'm going to sit here and actually try. And I promised you guys I was going to do one, and this is the one I think I'm going to do. And assemble, and try to assemble it for you guys so you see what goes into one of these kits. But here are little pieces. I mean, there's a beautiful, just that seashell is, oh my gosh, done in sparkly paper. So let me try to keep these. I'm stuck to myself. Just wow. So these are going to be seashells. So, oh my gosh, I got to be careful because look at that. Wow. That, guys, I mean, get a look at that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pick it up without ruining it. But this is the kind of detail you get in a Paper Wizard kit. That is like, yeah. I'm amazed. And look at this. I'm not sure if it's part of that, but look how beautiful that seashell. It's like, so I wonder, is this all put together like this? It looks like it's all together. So we're going to find out. The instructions will tell me. But we have those pieces, a sand dollar. So this, I'm sure, goes like that. Look how pretty. In fact, I'm sure the picture, yep. That's exactly it. The sand dollar. These are, so all of these pieces are all layered together right there. Here, this piece, if I'm looking at the instruction, goes behind. Actually, I think it goes behind the sand dollar too. Right? Yep, because then this, there we go. There are your 3 layers of the sand dollar. Does not look so, and goes together real fast. I'm already putting it half together. So, I mean, just really, all of these seashells. Look at that, how pretty that one is. And then we have the scrolly one. This is just amazing. Our little starfish with a little, it has a couple of chads still in there. Oh, failed the election. There we go. But, and then here is our seahorse. I mean, look at that. I mean, just all of these pieces. Wow, I'm so excited and petrified. And that's a little crabby guy. Look at that. That little piece is a piece of this little crabby guy right there. Oh my gosh, is he not cute? This is, ooh, I'm just excited. I'm just so excited to have this kind of stuff to do again. So, oh boy. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, and we have right here, you didn't see it, but here is some coral. I guess this is going to be coral. But look how pretty. So, yeah, I think I'm not going to take too much more time here of sitting here and showing this off for you. I think I'm just going to sit here and bust this puppy out and let's get working on it. What do you guys think? I've been promising you I show you some stuff I do, but let's actually do it, right? Okay. All right, let's do this. I have got my handy dandy paper. I've got my handy dandy paper trimmer here. So let's do some paper cutting first in order to start the pages. The instructions tell me to start attempting beach first, but I've decided for whatever reason that I want to do this first. So looking at the instructions, I've got to grab the wood piece, the wood paper, which is my shiplap here. Excuse me. And I'm going to cut it into, I believe it's 3.5 inch by 12 strips. So this is operating the assumption that this is a 7-inch piece of paper, correct? Let's double check our measurements. See, it's 8. It's interesting. This is apparently supposed to be 7, I'm assuming. Excuse me. But they say, and there's no other place here. So, you know what? I'm just going to flip and cut it because this is 8 inches. I'm going to definitely cut it in half. I'm going to go to 4 inches. So, see? Sometimes it pays to take a second and measure because somebody was off when they cut this. And that's okay. It's all good. Now we're going to take my turquoise strip. My turquoise strip, I need 2 1-inch pieces and then 2 3.5 by 4.5 inch mats. So we are at 6. So we're going to come into 5. Right. 5. Okay, so it's 1 strip. And then we're going to come into 4 inches for the other strip. Okay. And then, since we now know, so I'm going to have to go 4.5 inches this way, right? 4.5 inch. So we're going to go this way, and then we'll come back and retrim. 4.5 and 4.5, because we have a little piece extra. Extra is good. Throw that away. Right, 3.5 by 4.5. Okay, and actually, let's not be dork. Let's cut them both together, right? So this is the 4.5 side. Just. Now we're gonna go this way to 3.5. There we go. And I have a couple of more little extra pieces that we'll set aside somewhere here, as long as I can gather them up. So I'll put these over here. So I have all of these papers. And we are ready to do some assembly. We're going to at least put the background pages together just because I like to do that. That's how I fly. I do know that I need to take my 2 turquoise pieces. I am going to I could use glue, but I'm not going to, just in case. So I'd rather use a bunch of tape and just go in with Big Mama in case for some crazy reason I have to pick it up and move it. You know, I can either, use my little Cricut tool, or I can go in with undo and problem solved, crisis averted. Let me just go, I need to go all the way to the edge. There we go. I'll tuck that in. And I know I took a peek at the directions, because heaven forbid I should actually read them. Put that, sorry. And it's 3, they want us to go in 3/8, so I'm just going to eyeball that. I'm not, contrary to my usual twitchiness, I am not going to, let's see, let's eyeball, it looks about 3 inches, 3/8 of an inch is a little over a quarter, and these little squares are a half. So I'm going to use that to line it up, so that I put this strip on straight. In theory. See, that, yeah, that was theory. But see, that's why I did this real quick. I line it up. I use my mat. So there we go. I have that. And now I do that to this one too. Now I'm ready to adhere, tape down, stick the wood. And I believe I'm only supposed to attach it overlapping the turquoise by approximately 1/4 of an inch. So there we go. So that's all I have to, so I'm just going to line that up more or less halfways and eyeball it. So let's put our tape down. That's pretty print on the other side, by the way, but I like but as much as I like the flowers, I like the wood grain better. Definitely. Okay, let me move that over for the moment. And I didn't catch that. I could tell. There you go. Okay. We'll just put a strip here. Doesn't need to survive the zombie apocalypse. It just needs to survive for a little bit. You know, as long as I'm alive. Let's put it that way. What my children decide to do with all my collection of pictures and whatnot is I'm putting it this way. I know that makes no sense, but to me it does. Back. Okay, so just line it up. Let's not take too much time here. There we go. Because this video will go long, although I will probably, as I assemble these pieces, maybe go do a little fast forward, a little magic with the camera, just so that you guys are not painstakingly watching all that be put together. Not too fast, because I want you to be able to capture, but these kits really do. I mean, I could say it's a quickie project, but they are not really difficult. They, you just should take a little bit of time, you know, take a little bit of care. That's what I learned. You rush and you'll pay for it. You'll be calling or sending an email to Paper Wizard having to admit that you screwed up. Like, help me, please. I have messed up a piece. Do you happen to have a spare hanging around there somewhere? And then, unbelievably, they will, and they'll send it to you, because they are nothing short of amazing. They truly, truly are. I love Bonnie and Eric. They're just the most awesomest people. I've had the pleasure of TAing for Bonnie at the expo, and I've worked there with Eric in the booth. Incredible people. Just wonderful people. And I just screwed up, because I forgot these are going to be facing each other, and I want the wood to be facing the right direction. Dork. This is what happens when you scrap and talk at the same time. I've now failed Bonnie and Eric. Oh. But they still are cool beans. But that's okay. See, this is easily remedied. Ta-da! Just proof positive that practice makes perfect. Okay, we're just going to go back in here again and try to line up about the halfway point. There we go. One of my 1/2-inch squares. Okay. Oh, for Pete's sakes, this is what I need to do. No, I did have it lined up. Okay. I'm lining it up to that line. Yes. I want to make sure I had this paper turned the right direction again. Nope, almost. Okay. So see, when we do this, now they mirror each other. See, can you guys see? I'll just put them in a little bit. Not sure if because I think I've got it pretty close. But they mirror each other. And then all I have to do really is we'll put the mats together. I won't apply them yet, But at least I got this much done. So that is something. We'll set this aside. Let's grab our mats real quick. And, oh, no, wait. We can put down the, hang on. Let's put down our damask paper. Oh, my goodness. All right. I'll just lay that down right there. And there. I just lined it up. Press it down. Whoa! Yay. So now I have the background pieces down. Let's put the mats together real. No, these aren't the mats. That's my spare paper. These are my mats. And there you go. So now I have all my mats put together. Excuse me. Let me have a little sip of water. I don't know what's going on with my voice. It kind of like wants to leave me. It doesn't make up its mind. It doesn't want to stay. It wants to go. I feel a little hoarse. All right. Enough comedic relief. Okay. So now the next part of the instructions, which is the beginning of the instructions, is it tells me assemble the title piece first. I am going to go with my favorite glue. And let me look, I have the little pocket here. Are they over here? I want to grab. Are they here? Hang on, let me pull. Give me a second. Are they here? This is my tonic. I love my tonic. Desk caddy. I'll have to show you guys. I'm going to do a little video about my desk caddy. I love this thing. But let me see. Give me a second because I need to find the fine tip for this. I'm going to make sure I have that tip to use it for some of these smaller pieces. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. I found my little handy dandy so I can switch the tip back and forth. And it has also a little pin so I can declog my bottle if it does. Because some of this is really fine little pieces. And then again, I might do my Myra handy dandy trick when I have to glue together things that are really tiny or pain in the butt, for lack of a better term. Okay, so we have all of these pieces. We must figure it out. I already am looking here on the computer. I have two big monitors. This is also not only my crafting station, but also it's where I work. So I have two big, huge, like 24-inch monitors for work. So I have enlarged the picture, one of the pictures of what this piece is supposed to look like, so that I can, so excuse me, I'm moving the mouse and I'm actually making it even bigger for you to look at. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm supposed to have, let's see, it's not here. Is it here? Because I have this. This piece, to my thinking, is supposed to maybe, oh, that's why it looks brown, I believe. There we go. That explains. So you have to pay attention to sometimes, it does pays off to just pay attention. So, and here's where it gets tricky, because really you do want to use glue to glue these pieces together. So you have to be sure of what you're doing, or you're going to glue, I can't remember. I think it was on cards. I did it upside down or something like that. Something silly. But this I'm sure of. So I'm just going to spread my glue here. Oops. And go ahead and just line that up. Okay. This feels a little light. I don't know, maybe if I should take a moment and refill it. But now I have these seashells. One of them for sure. So this guy, okay. I'm going to carefully pop these out. There we go. And then this one as well. Whoa. Look at that. Look at those fine little cuts. Wow. And this one I did goofle it a bit. So we'll squish it down because that one goes on here. So now this is where I'm going to break out. Okay, where is my new? I have a new silicone mat. Give me 1 second. Let me locate my silicone mat. Okay, I'm back. I found the silicone mat. Now, I've got a couple of tips for you when working this kit. One of them is make sure you have the right glasses on. Not the computer glasses, but the ones that actually are like the ones that really focus in. I need a little bit stronger power for those. And the other thing is take a moment before you start assembling this and organize your pieces. So I have them all organized, so now I know where they belong. If you do that, I promise you, you are less likely to make mistakes. And I'm not one always for being the most organized crafter. I am, after all, the mad scrapper. So it truly is all about the madness. I want to come up here and let me straighten out the camera a little bit. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. So I'm definitely glad I grabbed the mat because I realized that these two pieces, this is bad enough to glue together. But you see this little piece right here? That piece goes on top. So yeah, that's not going to be, no, that's not going to be one of those where I easily just, I'm not going to even go try to drive myself crazy. I'm unclogging this because I feel like it's a little clogged, but that's not a long enough pin. We're going to go with the longer one still. There we go. I have a little a collection of pins just for this express purpose. But what I do, many of you who have seen my videos already know what I'm going to do. I just lay down this little puddle of glue right here. And what I'm going to do is where my little Guma Flotchies. I'm going to take a second real quick. And I'm going to grab these two pieces. And then I'm going to lay this one down. I'm going to grab my favorite tweezers. I love these tweezers. I got these from, I want to say it was Crazy Creations. I'm pretty sure. I will list them down below. I'll tell you who I got them from. I absolutely love them. They're definitely my go-to tweezers. And I just tap it into the glue and then I just apply. And now, so I didn't get messy, but I definitely got enough glue on there. And I use Barely Art glue is my go-to glue. I think we're about to get a visitor. We'll see in a minute or a second. Elvis is looking suspiciously at me like, hi, mamas. Hello, Elvis. And there's Elvis. Say hello, Elvis. You can't stay. Hello, Elvis. How much you guys want to bet he's going to lay right in the middle of the mat? Hello, Elvis. You can't stay. Can you go in the cubby? Can you go come here? Let's go to the cubby. No, no, no. And don't step in the glue. Here you go. Go on, Scoop. Go in the cubby. Go on. Go in your cubby. Go. No, he wants love. Elvis wants to be loved. Yes, I know, rotten cat. Okay, guys, give me a second. I must give the cat love. I told you he was going to lay down in the middle of the mat. I know this cat like I'm his mother. Give me a second. I now must move the cat. I want you guys to see this. Hopefully he will go for the bait. He tried to steal the tweezers. He's not going to. He comes and he loves to steal things off my desk. But he wanted to take he wanted to steal this spatula, but I didn't let him. So I have laid down a different spatula in order to tempt him to go away. It's not working. Oh, there he goes. It's working. He's going for it. No, don't, 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 don't. I have to take away. Here, have a. Oh, here, have a. Did they steal that? You guys did not come to watch this insanity unfold. Hang on. Oh no, see, I'm telling you. See? No, that's what he wants. You guys seen he wants to take the tips, the glue tips. No. Okay, I bribed the cat. I have one of my Tim Holtz daubers. The Velcro came off of it, so I let him have it. So right now he's very happy right there in the carpeting next to me playing with the dauber. Now, what I have to do, because of all this time I have wasted, that glue is pretty darn tootin' dry, so I have to clean it up. And this is the lovely thing about this mat. If you guys don't have a silicone mat, you must have a silicone mat. This one is from Diamond Press. It's from my most recent haul. And if you didn't see that video, I will link you down below to where you can get this. I love this mat. And mind you, it's teal. And now it's covered in cat hair. Now you understand why I'm forever pulling cat hair out of my projects. Okay. Let me see. I got to pull this apart carefully, because this is like super delicate. And I am like a bull let loose in a china store. There we go. So now I can set to the side. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he has happily now rolled the dauber all the way to the floor. Because right in this area I'm in carpeting, but all the way to the floor. There's my glue. Now I'm going to lay down a little bit more. See, now it's a little bit unclogged, so now it comes out a little bit better. Put my lid on. And I'm going to lay this piece and just dab it in all around. Make sure that it all is covered with glue. And then that goes on top of this for that added just piece of detail. And it really is. It's all in the details. But it's what make these kits just so magical, so wondrous. Okay. We'll do that, and we'll grab the other seashell. We'll do the other, or clamshell, I guess is what we're going to call this. Clamshell. Now we're going to do this guy, and we're going to do them. And let me make sure now this is, which side is up. I want to make sure that they match, that it matches. Maybe, I don't know, this is side up. Yes. Now it didn't feel right. So I'm going to lay down and refresh the glue up just a little bit, because it's not dry, but okay. Alrighty. We'll just lay that down and basically tap, tap, tap. Tap it down. Where have I heard that? I've heard that. Because it came out of somewhere. Or I know I'm not the originator. Alrighty. Did I do it wrong? No, I don't seem to be. And even if they're not lining up perfectly, we're going to have to stay that way. I'm not happy with this. Could I pull it apart? Do I still have... I think I did screw up. See what I mean? It lined up while it was before I felt that it was right. And then it didn't. There it is. Now I've got it lined up, and I think this glue is damp enough still. There we go. I don't recommend that you do what I just did, but just pull it apart. I have a couple of pieces there that are coming up. Press it down on this side. That seems to have done it. There we go. So now we have these two shells. I'm going to grab another baby wipe, clean up my puddle there. And then I'm going to go through and at least put the pieces, all of these pieces together, and then we'll pull it all together on top of this, okay? So let me get that done. okay. I just stopped for a second because I got this piece put together. It took me a little while, but I did take my time, and I still, you know, you saw with the seashell, I struggled a little bit with it. But overall, it made sense. It really didn't need instructions. You just look at the picture and you pay attention. So this is the top piece. It will go here. I'll show you. I'll add this right here with one of the coral pieces. I'm not going to do it yet, but I will. I'm going to get all the pieces assembled and then put everything together. But this is coming together. I just wanted to stop because I don't know if you would see when I was trying to point out, and I don't know if you can see, if all of these pieces come marked. So here it comes marked T and B, so top and bottom. And that was the same for, I can't find, I'm not seeing now, the other one. For both of these pieces, they are really, really good about telling you where things go. So now I don't see where I've tossed the other blue piece, and it might very well be that Elvis stole it. I'm going to blame the cat. That's, oh no, here it is, here it is, here it is. So see, so you've got top, middle, and bottom. So they make sure you know. They, you know, that's one of the attention to details that Paper Wizard is really, really, really good at. But this all came together really easily. I'm not kidding. It was easy, except for I think this is the only one I struggled with a little bit. But otherwise, I just took my time. And that's what you need to do. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the other pieces together. I'll still do it, but on camera, I'm not going to torture you with taking my time with it. I'll just do it, you know, how I've done already with fast forward. But I wanted you to see. So I will continue on, soldier on, and then we will assemble the pages at the end together. Okay, I am back. I have got all of my pieces all assembled. I took time and organized all this so I know more or less where everything goes. So we are ready. I've done everything. I survived it. I didn't go crazy. I didn't. What the most important part is that I didn't screw up really major anywhere to where I have to send an email. So this is a good thing. So we've got this all together. All that's left is the some assembly required part. Okay, the real some assembly required, because we've been assembling all along. But so we're ready now to put this together. So the only part that I haven't done yet is we need to lay the sand down. So, because we have a little crabby guy here. He's so cute. I swear he's just freaking adorable. But I've got two little sand piles. One is going to be part of, so I'm going to put this piece up here with these gumaflachis. And we're just going to take our sand, which is kind of, the paper is really cool because it has a bit of texture on it. So I really like it. We'll add this to the pile of cut out pieces, but let me bring this up hopefully so you can see. I've got them right now one piled on top of the other, so let's, let's not play it, let's play it safe. Let's move this other page just in case. So really all I have to do is glue this piece down. Literally, this is all that's happening here. So it's no big deal. Whoops. So now there you go. Are you all screaming at me like, Myra, what the heck are you thinking? There we go. No harm, no foul. Yay! The glue has saved me from myself. Okay. So now this just goes all the way to the edge. Wait a minute. I was almost going to put it in the wrong place. But there we go. So that piece just goes right there on the edge. No big deal. And then we could put down our little crabby friend. So we can put down, he's got to have a name. I just haven't decided what it's going to be. And maybe I should put it right side up. What do you think? But that's just a little pier. And it's more or less wherever makes you happy. Kind of sort of within reason. So I noticed that it's interesting now that I'm looking. I took a peek at the sample picture and the sample picture looks different from mine. There, they have a wider, interesting. That strip is almost to the edge. So, yeah. But I like this. So, and even if I didn't like this, I'm stuck with this. So we are now, but by the same token, I don't want to cover it. So that's going to really, has a lot to say with where I put the pier, this post, piling, whatever you want to call it. So let me just put some glue down. And I'm going to put it so that we have, just a little overlap, but so that you can still see the blue. That little blue peeks out. Why it's important? I don't know. It's just important to me. But, and I'm literally just following the sample. You could do your own thing, but I like the way they made it, so there you go. And I have gone left field on prior kits of theirs and done my, followed some of it and did some other things differently that I liked better. So that's the beauty of these kits, is that you can follow directions or not. Some things you might want to follow directions, but it's not like, oh my gosh, it must be done this way. Excuse me. So, okay, let's put the sand, because this sand goes with the other page. Over here, what we need is a seaweed. So I'll put that over there too. Seaweed and the two blue mats. These two mats. But we're going to need two things. The seaweed, the two blue mats. And so I'm going to move this down a little bit, because what goes on this page are just these two mats. And these two mats I'm literally just going to tape down. I am not going to glue them down because things might change. But at the very least, but I do have to put them in, and I don't know how much things can change. But see, I'm being original. I'm going deviating. No, that's exactly how they did it. So I'm not sure what that says about me. It's just like either yay, or whatever, Myra. It's just like, okay. And then this gets tucked. This is supposed to be tucked behind. Oh, but look how cool. That's not the way it's done, but this is where I'm going to probably allow myself to deviate a little bit, because I'm going to, even though, I like it. It's just a a really cool pop of color. But I have to, shoot, I'm fiddly because I also have to squeeze this in. And I'm going to do the same effect, even though it will potentially cover a picture. But this is what I'm going to do. So all of these pieces are going to get taped down. I'm not going to glue them down. I mean, although technically I could, and then I could just tuck the frame in. So there is that. I think I'm much lower. Mine is much lower than what is done in the sample. And do I really care? Probably not. Although, let's see, because I think this goes a little bit, yeah, that's what, but still doesn't, which allows me to lift it up. And that's the thing, because this is much closer. So, I mean, it's just, I want to kind of balance it so I can kind of settle in, because I think I'm just going to glue it. Whoosh. What am I going to do? I know. Because this will allow me to do some placement. Hello. Don't we push, hold dies in with washi tape? So why can't I hold my mats in place so that I have a little play here right now? So this is where I want them. There. That is a new invented technique, guys. Or somebody else has already done it and they're like, yeah, right, Myra. I know. Why do you guys hang out here, really? Okay, so I'm really feeling this. I'm just trying to not hide. I like the seaweed. I really want the seaweed to be seen. So I think that's where it's going to go. So let me put another piece down here, because I'll always recycle this for a die. And then I'm just going to put, wow, see, look how much seaweed still is hidden. That kind of makes me sad. But there you go. I'm going to try to make it poke out more than what is done in the kit. Just because it's such, I mean, they're just such pretty cuts that I think it's criminal to hide them. So there we go. Good, bad, or otherwise, that's the way it's going to stay. And then there, this will, I'm going to put them, literally, I'm going to kind of 3D it. So I'm just putting some glue. Let's see, let's do that again. Visualize it, because it's going to be, okay. I'm just going to put glue down in the middle. So I was right. That was my instinct. That's what I thought I captured. Let me pull this up a little bit so you guys can really see. There we go. And we'll lay that down like right here. I'm just trying to decide which way my little starfish will go. Because then my picture will slide in, even if I tuck it in, whatever I decide to put there. And I'll figure that out later. And this is kind of one of the cool things about having a this done before I even put pictures in it and make a decision. Sometimes making a layout and then having the opportunity to take pictures allows you to plan pictures. So, I mean, you know, for, like I said, next weekend, we're going to be gone to the beach. So I really like that I now know I have to take two of this way, and we'll figure it out. So, and the one that will be on the other side is going to be on the horizontal, or the, what's the word they call, landscape. In the landscape, I can go ahead and grab this Big Mama. That's not what I was going to say. But I can kind of like keep an eye out for what pictures I'm taking, which way to lay the camera. So, and I know in Oceanside, there's just, we get some really beautiful sunset. I could probably already do this layout from last year's trip. No. We took a trip, we were out there in April. While the pandemic, you know, it was right when the hotels started to open up. And we were able to get on short notice, because that never happens. We were able to get a reservation. So, how do I want this? Do I want it a little bit higher? I'm going to see. And this is the thing. Again, this is why I'm using tape. Because I can just lay that down, and now I can pick up these pieces. And, you know, you'd understand how much twitching is. I'm wanting like to put a little line there so I know where to line it up. I'm going to eyeball it back in place and live with it. Although the tape will also tell me where it was. There we go. But I do want to just tape it down because that allows me to change the configuration if I want to. Because I could, you know, technically speaking, let's see what happens. I may change my mind. Let's see. Because I could go this way. One vertical, one horizontal. See, this is why you do tape. Because now I can lift this one up. Let me, where is, no, really, where is it? Elvis, is Elvis on my desk? I do not see my, oh, here it is. I put it in the other bin. Okay. Let's lift this up. This is exactly what I do, you know. So hopefully you guys are not twitching too bad. I am being careful. So this tape is giving up pretty easily. But I'm kind of glad that I did this. And then I forgot that I put tape down on this way side. So hang on while I roll it off. Dorcas. There we go. And then now this, it's going to change. But see, that was my entire purpose in doing taping it down, is that it allowed me the ability to do that. Okay, so now I've got it. I actually like that. Now, do I want to put this over here instead? What do you guys think? It is supposed to be to the left, but I don't want to like put it dead center, although I could and it would work. But, oh, but nothing. Just make up your mind, Myra, and do it. But I love this. I mean, you guys get, if you guys see it, I love it. Beach, please. Oh, yes. You know, it's a play on words. Yeah, I know, those of you who probably, some of you will know what we're talking about. But I love that. Oh, there's a squeaky phone. So that's messages. I think my daughter, oh yeah, it's my daughter. I can see it because it's also popping up on my computer screen here. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it just like that, except I have to bring it down a little bit. Yeah. But I think I will center it, more or less. Okay. So we'll leave that here. And I don't know why, I feel the need to only use tape. I'm only on this too, for the moment, just in case when I come back from the trip, I change my mind. I want the ability to change my mind and do the mats in a different direction maybe. So we'll see. And that might fit, you know, change the configuration of this. So I'm just going to put a bunch of tape so it doesn't move. Because this thing it's solid. It's heavy, for lack of a better term. Now let me get up here. And I want that straight because the beach, please. There we go. See? But if I put it this way, there we go. Okay. So that can stay. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this because in case I do change it. And I'm not putting tape all the way up. I want to leave some of it to kind of pop up. Give it a little bit of dimension. So, there we go. Aha! Okay, that's half of it. We're in the home stretch, peeps. You see that? I love it. Okay, now we're going to come over here and bring the other page over. And here, it's all about the mats. And so we have this. So we have two things. We have these little guys, and I think I will. What do I want to do? I take, since when you, especially at the beach, what you do is you take a lot of landscape pictures. So there's a part of me that this is what I want to do. But I have to bring it in pretty close. See, this is the only problem with me wanting to do it this way, is these guys. So I should probably put these down. Let's see, you know, the circles are the thing. So The circles determine everything. Why am I worried about that anyway? You're not going to be able to see it. So put these there. Hang on a second. And that's, no, and they all go vertical. Hello. Kind of that shiplap kind of look. So if I do that, that's still, I can still balance it. I can still balance it. So I can do what I want. And you will decide again which way. I think I'll go this way. That's what I'm going to do. And see, this allows me the ability to do my own thing. Although, by the same token, there's one thing I forgot, is this. But that's okay. It'll still work. Because this goes right down here. It's supposed to be, both of them are supposed to completely disappear under the sand. So I could, if I turn it that way. It does disappear, just, you know, because I like that disappearing look. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Except now I'm almost off the edge, so I have to play with this a little bit. And this is why you kind of like, before, you know, what do they say, you know, measure twice, cut once, or, you know, play, you know, really work with this so that you know, because once the glue is down, that's it, game over. And then this guy, I'm going to do it a little bit differently, and he'll go peeking up. He peeks in the sample, he peeks. The seaweed definitely peeks out. But I'm going to put him there. So he will be really close to the top, although I can bring this guy a little bit down, bring all of this down a little bit. And see, that's part of the creative process, as we sit here and spend 3 days trying to figure out where to put 3 mats. But there, I mean, this is it. This is it. I'm committing, or I need to be committed. You know, the jury's out on that. So let's just, whoops, and I just moved one of the mats, didn't I, Dorcas? Yeah. I'm just gonna put it on the corners. I don't know why I have to worry about what's gonna be under the mat anyway. Whatever that foofle was. There we go. Now I got to make sure that, now here, here's something I needed to have thought out. You know what I'm going to do? This is why you use tape, people. This is exactly why, because if nobody has noticed, this, the damask, or the damask, is directional. So suddenly I put the damask sideways. I don't like that. Although it'll probably cover anyway, so does it really matter? But I have an idea. So let's try this, because yes, I'm crazy. What happens if I pull this one up? Let's just for the sake of argument, let's use this one again. Again, this is exactly why you use tape. Because it allows you to change your mind 75 times. And what if I put that? What if I use this one? What do you guys think? Again, I sit here and ask these questions as if you people are here, and I'm doing this live. I may have to think about doing that. So the only difference here, if I do that, is that it'd be tough. It'd be tough to get these both to fit. And I don't want to too overly overlap. Let's see. There we go. Except now I have to slide. See, I don't know. Because it's going to make this kind of crowded. But at the same time, different. Which is what I want. I want it to be different. You know, I want it to have my own stamp. So I think, you know, I'm going to call this good. And in fact, the tape right now is holding the seaweed in place, so I'm going to let that slide. So now all I have to do is tape this down. Put my tape on 3 sides, not the side that overlaps the picture, Myra. Get a grip. Pay attention. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. Alrighty, which is asking a lot for a mad scrapper with outrageous amounts of ADD. You know, I truly am diagnosed screaming ADD. like take medications. It's like my daughter, and we all figured this out when my daughter was diagnosed, my youngest. And it was like, oh, so that's the whole thing. So I'm going to leave that like that. This is already down. Let's put our sand in. I'm just going to do the bottom. Run tape. Really? I know you probably can't see me doing this, but I'm running the tape. I think I tried to make it so that the whole mat was visible from the camera, but I didn't want to be too far. I wanted to be close enough so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. And, whoops, a little tape sticking out there. Right, I think that looks pretty good. We will see once I start putting pictures in. Now, do I like the sand crooked? I don't know. You guys, leave me in comments what you think, or should I straighten it out? Because I can't. I could do that, but for right now, it's staying that way. Now, it's about centering these guys. And they both, good thing is on the picture. How did I do that? I really goofed up because this side is wider. That side I screwed up. Oh, well. I did make a mistake, guys. I know that's shocking, but that's okay. Because the only way to fix it is to take that thing half apart. It ain't happening. It's just going to stay. But I just saw it. But I don't think anybody else other than I will know, and all you watching this are going to know. Okay, so I think I'm good. So I want to eyeball where this is. But they all go over a little bit over the edge. So I want them to be the same. And that one is going to be, okay, so. All right. This I really could glue down. I don't know why I'm doing the tape thing. And then on top of that, like taping it to myself. I'll put that back down. Oops, and it's a little crooked. There we go. Because I want them to be straight. I'm going to bring this down. Is it still visible to you guys? Yes. Uh-oh. It's Mom. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Alrighty then. That call went long. And I changed things around. I have no idea now because while I was sitting there on the phone with my mom, I must have changed this configuration about 17 times. Still not, but you know when you're just not happy with the look of something? That's what I'm feeling with this. However, this I'm happy. I decided to tuck it into the wood piece and, do a little bit differently so that it overlaps both instead of up here. I literally took this off, put it back because I realized that I was going to have the mask on top of the mask, and that didn't work, but I have a solution for that on the other layout, and I'll show you in a second. I went ahead and absent-mindedly while I was on the phone started, so I already glued this down while I was on the phone with my mother. So now all I have to do, and I go, oh no, wait, I'll finish. I have to do this on camera. Hello. So now that we're done with that, and my mother has a lot of health issues, and she's psychologically not dealing well with them. So hence that means that the rest of us are also having issues. So I had to talk to my mother, and then my brother-in-law is when I took her to the doctors, and you guys don't care, so let's just stop right there. But anyway, so that call went long. So now I'm back to the zone doing what will help soothe me. So there we go. We're just gonna dial into the zone and just put these pieces down and get this page done because I'm dying. I'm just dying. Did I say I'm dying? I'm dying to have it done. So I just put that in the center, and then we're just going to put a bunch of glue down. This is, I swear it's layered, or I don't know how they did that, but it's amazing. I'm not, I'm not even going to question the technology. I'm just going to be like, whoa, very excited about it. So we'll do that. We'll put this in kind of, that looks good. Let's not get too. And it has to be pressed down because what's happening is the sand dollar, or it's not a sand dollar, but the clamshell wants to come up. And then now all we have to do is, oh my gosh, the seahorse. I love the seahorse. And the seaweed. The seaweed's going to take a little bit more. I'm going to do the same thing I've done. I'm not even going to try to tape the tip off. I'm just going to literally put some up the main branches, just little, control. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the rest kind of loosey-goosey to do its thing. And that just goes basically, I'm going to do it this way. I have no idea. I'm not even looking at the picture, so I have no clue how they did it. So I may be doing it just like the picture, or for all I know, I'm doing it upside down. No, I doubt that. Okay, I don't know why I'm really sweating that little piece right there. You guys may not even see, because all of this, what I love about Barely Art glue is that it dries matte. And then all we have is our seahorsey. Horsey. So we'll just put that where I'm gonna leave the tail again loose because I want to. And a dot there and a dot there maybe. And that's what's gonna hold him in place here, and we're not even gonna think about it. We are just going to do it. Although I wanna stand up so I have a better vantage of how I wanna put him. I think he's good. And there. So I have now the second side of this done. Put my little stopper back in. And now we're going to come back to the other page real quick. Because like I said, I liked the idea of two different, but the problem with doing that is that now you have the damask on top of the damask. So really it needs the blue. It needs to be blue. So, and lucky for me, literally the last piece of blue that ended up, look at that. Tell me that wasn't meant to be. So, I'm now going to take this. Again, remember, this is why I use tape. And really, I should just whip out the undo. But this is just as, oops, let me not see. This is why I should have whipped out the undo. Okay, hang on. Let's not fight this. Let's just do it right. Because I know all you guys are screaming at me. It's like, really, lady? Come on. It's like, undo, as much as I love it, how much we all love it, it just kills me to do. Like, oh my God, I'm pouring liquid on paper. Ah! But look, yeah, see, this is so much easier. And it'll dry, and I'm not even gonna, well, I know if I'm not gonna use this piece of paper, but now it's not like it's going right back down, so. That's just, and I'm getting ready to need to refill this bottle, but I have the big industrial size bottle to refill this one with, so. There we go. Ah, and there we go. There is that. And I have that. Okay, so now, of course, now I have to give this a few minutes. So give me a second. We're going to give it time to dry. Okay, it's dry. I only took a couple of minutes here. So now what I'm going to do is remat this one. My big one was right in front of me. So we're not going to put the blue on the smaller mat, so we're gonna mix and match, basically. I'm just changing it up a little bit because I can. I don't know that I should, and you guys may question, why am I doing this? And you're questioning the mat scrapper, huh? Just saying. But we'll just put that in. Match it up, right? Okay, good enough. It's not perfect, honestly. I think it's a little tiny bit off, but I think the tiny bit of offedness is going to get covered up by the fact that it's not going to go underneath here. So, and there we go. So now I've got this going on. So now all I have to do is, whoops, let's stop running tape on top of a project. Sometimes, don't you ever get that, when you're kind of putting stuff together and you don't realize it? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be working on top of the project. Okay. So now, for the second time, we're laying down the mat. And I'm just putting it right there. I'm not even thinking it. Quite honestly, I'm not. I'm just like, I'm actually underthinking, good, bad, or otherwise. But, whoa, there we go. I'm satisfied. At least for the moment. There you go, guys. I know this is probably dragged on far too long. I am going to zoom out so now you can get. I'm going to zoom out. There we go. Hello. So now you can see. So there is the whole picture, the whole page. This is page number 1. And then here we go with my adaptation sort of page number 2. And I'm happy. Although I'm not happy. I think what it is I think, this is my thoughts. Although, see, the thing is that I want to put this on this side, but it seems to be then the seaweed is too close. But I think for the sake of this page, I think I'm going to tack it in over here. Let's see. Yeah, I know. So much for being done, right? There we go. And I'll kind of like tie both of those pieces in. Because even though, I mean, normally on a page, they might run together, but even then, I think it works. So if you can see that, actually you can see the big picture. I like that. I think finally I hit on the combination that made me happy. Right? So there we go. And literally the tape from the mat is going to hold that piece in, more or less. I'll probably tack it a little bit right there. But there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me as I worked my way through the process of these pages with what I wanted to do and the instructions. But what I wanted to show more than anything is that this really is easy. These projects are easy to put together. They're very simple. It just takes a little bit of patience. You know, it's a little, when you're piecing together, just know that you're going to take your time. This is not like something that you can slam together in an hour, not even by a long shot. But it'll be so satisfying. And you're going to love the process, but it's not hard. Not at all. Doesn't take fantastic talent. It just, you just have to love it. And I do. So hopefully you took away something from this. If you are interested in the Paper Wizards PKC Paper Kit of the Month, then, or the Paper Kit Club, then I'm going to link you down below to both to where to sign up for it and to the Facebook group if you want to join it. I can't say enough about it. Today I already watched the Facebook Live for what is coming up for next month already. And like I said, they put a primary kit and a secondary kit, and both of those have an extra stuff that you can add to it, like to do additional pages. They'll add extra paper and extra embellishments, so you can do that, or you can opt out and not do. And I've done that. I'm like, yeah. And it's not that any other kits are not fantastic. It just happens to be that month's is not my cup of tea. And there you go. But otherwise, I can't. It's one of the best kit clubs that I belong to. So I hope that you like this. And if you didn't, then I'm sorry. So please, if you did, or you got anything out of this, just go ahead and throw me a thumbs up and drop me a note. Say hi. And otherwise, go out there and now go do something creative, make something beautiful. And don't forget, guys, we're all just a little mad here, okay? So scrap the madness, okay? I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye.